Hi there, bird photo coach Sonia here. I want to talk about hitting a plateau, what I mean by that, how I think you got there, and what steps you can take to get your photography moving forward again. So what do I mean by plateau? Well, you might be stuck at a certain level, you're not enjoying your photography like you once were, your shots might be becoming a little bit repetitive, and you might even be losing the motivation to go out and shoot altogether. Taking photos professionally for many years, I've certainly hit my share of flat spots, and I'm not going to lie, it has been difficult to keep going at times, especially when you feel like you're putting in all this effort, but your work isn't reflecting your passion and you're struggling with creativity. So, how do we get to this spot in the first place? Well, think back to when you first started bird photography. Remember how exciting it was, even though you were just a beginner? You were happy just to get birds sharp and in the frame. But over time, your progression naturally started to slow. And now it's not quite as enjoyable as it once was, even though you're probably taking way better shots than you were back then. So, what's going on? It's because it's the progression that makes it fun. Nobody wants to feel like they're just doing the same thing over and over again because it's boring. And this is the reason I think that some people put the camera down at this point and some don't pick it back up again. But I'm guessing that you're not one of those people, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video. How do we get out of that rut? Well, here's 5 ways to get back on track and find creative inspiration again. Tip number 1, find somewhere new to shoot, even if it's just down the road. Jump on eBird or ask a friend. It's great to have something to look forward to, and a new location usually brings fresh challenges and a couple of new birds, which doesn't hurt either. If you're not able to plan any trips right now, try going back to your usual location at a different time, or even walking a different route can make a difference. You can see things you hadn't noticed before and it might give you a fresh perspective. Tip number 2 is to experiment with a new technique. I bet there's something at the back of your mind that you've been wanting to try for a while and you haven't done so yet. So spend a few minutes online doing some research to find out the nuts and bolts so that you have a reasonable chance of success out in the field. Small in frame or high key shots are reasonably easy to achieve, or you can really challenge yourself by trying to do a motion blur or something a little more advanced like shooting through objects. Whatever you decide, it will bring a new focus to your photography, which will help you to stay motivated and keep on track. Tip number 3 is to set yourself a creative challenge. Yep, I'm talking homework. Instead of just walking around hoping that something comes your way, go out with intention and a specific goal in mind. You might like to try for a certain behavior, a certain species, shoot in black and white, or even just a particular type of light. And it doesn't hurt to aim for a series rather than just a single photo. If you're stuck for ideas on this, jump on over to my website to the free resources page and you'll find a whole list of things that you can try. Last year, I set a goal to shoot black-shouldered kites in the high-key style, which meant I could only shoot on overcast days. It kept me busy and motivated for months waiting for those overcast days to come around. I could hardly wait to get out and shoot. It was really encouraging to see the improvement I made by focusing on the one technique and then refining it over several months. Not only that, but I had a lovely body of works at the end to show for it. Tip number 4 is learning behavior. Taking the time to get to know your subject can pay huge dividends. With ample observation time, you'll notice subtle clues that will really help you preempt a shot and capture something special. I was watching a family of superb fairy wrens over several days, and I noticed on damp mornings they like to huddle together and preen. I watched where they tended to congregate so I could be ready to capture this super cute behaviour. They were only in this spot for a couple of seconds before they disappeared back into the grasses again. Tip number 5, take a trip down memory lane and revisit and re-edit some of your old photos. You'll probably be pleasantly surprised how much you've grown already, and you might even find a couple of hidden gems in there. I know it's corny, but photography really is a journey and not a destination. The key to keeping things interesting and moving forward is to stay curious, keep challenging yourself, and never stop learning more about your craft and your subjects. It can take a little extra time and effort to push past a plateau, but once you do, a whole other level opens up and you'll only enjoy it more as time goes on. I'm more passionate about photography now than I was 20 years ago because there's still so many things to learn and achieve, and that's what makes it fun and interesting. Onward and upward. Talk to you soon.